Well, hi, and thanks for stopping by the Pellets and Pistons Airgun channel. We got another gorgeous day here in New England. It's August, it's about mid-August, and it's wonderful outside. It's probably about 80 degrees, but the humidity is not too bad today. As long as you're in the shade, it's comfortable, and as you can see, I'm in the shade. So we're here to take a look at this beautiful rifle I just picked up. Now, this is a typical Feinwerkbau 124D, D meaning that it has the checkered grip area. It also has the sling swivels for application of a sling. But what makes this gun special is the fact that it's a 124D in an original Beeman left-hand stock, and that is very unusual. You don't see that very often. I got a call from my friend Tyler from Connecticut Air Guns not too long ago, and he said, "Kel, I got something I think you might be interested in." I asked him what it was, and he told me it was a left-hand 124D. I said, yes, I'm very interested. And I went up and took a look at it, and it came home with me, of course. So we've got this beautiful rifle that we're going to evaluate today. We're going to take a few trigger pull tests with it. We're going to do a few shots over the chronograph, and then we'll see how it groups out there at 25 yards. So stick around. This ought to be fun. And thanks again for stopping by the Pellets and Pistons Airgun channel. All right, so we're back at the bench with the Feinwerkbau 124D in a left-hand stock. Awesome, awesome gun. We're going to go through about 3 trigger pull tests, and I need to confess now, when I bought this gun, I had a little bit of buzz to it, so I ordered a ARH, or Air Rifle Headquarter tune kit from Jim McCarry. It's just a standard power kit. I installed that, and while I had the gun open, I chained out the trigger tension spring, which is also the spring that adjusts the tension that's on the safety, and by doing that, I lightened that trigger spring up a little bit, and I also lightened that trigger pull up quite a bit. It's a wonderful trigger pull, the best Feinwerkbau trigger pull I've ever had to date, and I own 1, 2, 3. I've had several of these guns. I think right now, currently, I own 3 of them. But this is a beautiful, beautiful rifle, and I think you're going to be impressed with the trigger pull, because anybody that owns a Feinwerkbau knows that it's got a very nice, crisp trigger, but it generally pulls at somewhere around 2.5 to 3 pounds. I think we got this one down considerably lighter than that. If you guys watch my channel a lot, you'll know that I like to have a trigger pull that's usually a little under 1 pound. That for me is ideal. So let's see how close we got with this. I haven't checked it since I did this this job to it, so I'm curious. Let's see what we got. I'll bet you'll be impressed. I know I'm going to be impressed. 11.2 ounces. You don't see that on Feinwerkbaus too much. 11.2 ounces. Let's see if it's consistent. We'll do shot number 2. All right, what a beautiful gun. All right, next. Shot number 2. 11.5 ounces. So far, it's looking pretty consistent, isn't it? With a pound under 1 pound, with a pull under 1 pound on this rifle, I'm able to shoot it better than I've been able to shoot most of my other Feinwerkbau 124 or 127. For whatever reason, I have a hard time with these guns, and I think it's because I shoot off a bag, and these guns just prefer not to be shot off a bag. I've got a few air guns that do that. Most of them I'm able to adapt to the shooting off a bag, as you guys have probably seen in other videos. But this one here is actually shooting pretty good, and I'm going to blame that on the lighter trigger pull. It just makes it so much easier for me to hold on target as I pull that trigger. So here's the third and final trigger pull test. Safety off. 12.1 ounces. So I'd say that's pretty consistent. I'd also say that's pretty light. Our average is 11.6 ounces, so that's pretty darn good. I'm really happy with that trigger. So we're going to cut away here. We're going to come back with the chronograph. We're going to run a few shots over the chronograph, get an idea what we've got for velocity and power. Again, I didn't put a heavy, very powerful kit in this gun. I put a standard velocity kit in here. So we'll see what it's doing. We'll be right back. Stick around. All right, so we're back at the bench. We've got the chronograph set up. We've got this beautiful Feinwerkbau 124D in the very unusual left-hand stock. This rifle's been customized a little bit. Whoever worked on it or owned it before me put a beautiful steel muzzle brake on the rifle. Very, very pretty on the gun. They also put a cover plate here where the rear sight belongs. I'll try to get a close-up for you, and I'll stick that in the video so you can see. But it's a plastic, like an ABS plastic cover plate. It says Feinwerkbau right on it. It's really nice. It's a nice touch. I don't know where they got it. I don't know if you can still get them, but I'd be curious to see if you can, because it's a very nice feature. All right, so we're going to do 5 shots. And what I'm going to do, because I always forget, is I'm going to line my 5 shots up right here on the bench, because as you guys, anybody that watches my channel knows, I get talking and I oftentimes forget how many shots I've fired. So let's just line them up. We got 4 and we got 5. All right, this way I know that I've only shot 5 shots, so that way when I'm talking to you guys, I don't forget what the heck I'm doing. All right, let's get shot number 1 across that chronograph. Now, I did put a standard velocity kit in this gun, so I'm not expecting a huge amount of power. I'm hoping for some good consistency, and of course I'm hoping for some accuracy. We'll figure that out in the next segment when we do the 5-shot 25-yard group. But for right now, let's get an idea what it's doing. We'll shoot 5 shots over the chronograph. These are Norma Golden Trophy field target pellets. They come in at 8.4 grains. They're a domed pellet, if that matters to anybody. And let's see what we get for the first shot. 726 feet per second. That was shot number 1. Shot number 2 says, let's see, 724 feet per second. All right. Shot number 3. Again, this is a brand new kit. It's a brand new piston seal. All those things have to feed in, and I think our consistency will probably tighten up a little bit. Shot number 3. 727 feet per second. That's not bad. I mean, I'm not expecting a lot of power, but if we can keep that consistency from shot to shot, then we've got a good chance of having a nice, accurate rifle. And we're going to figure that out in the next segment. So this is shot number 4. 725 feet per second. And lastly, shot number 5. Alrighty, shot number 5. All right, 723 feet per second. We'll put those numbers up for you. I'll show you the spread, the average muzzle velocity, as well as the foot-pounds of energy that the rifle's producing. Just an elegant gun. I'm very happy I bought it. And let's find out how it shoots. We're gonna see what we can do at 25 yards with this thing. I haven't done a lot of pellet experimenting. We're gonna stick with these Golden Trophy pellets. I did zero the rifle with these, so we'll stick with those. But I'll bet you if we mess around, we could probably find a pellet that performs even better. But it does okay, it's not bad. Like I said, I have a little bit of a hard time with these 124s shooting off a bag. But this one here seems to be producing pretty good results, so I'm happy with that. I think it's got a lot to do with the trigger, because we changed out that spring and got that trigger down to under 1 pound. Makes it much easier for me to shoot this gun. So at any rate, we'll cut away here and we'll be right back. We'll do that 25-yard group, so stick around. Okay, so we're set up on the bench with the Feinwerkbau 124 in left-hand stock. We're going to be shooting at 25 yards. We're going to be shooting normal Golden Trophy field target pellets. We're going to take 5 shots. We'll zoom in, and we're going to be shooting at that little cross pretty much in the middle of your screen. And we'll take 5 shots at that, and hopefully we can get a decent group out of this gun. I have a hard time with Feinwerkbau 124 series guns for some reason. I think it's because I shoot them off a bag. This gun has performed pretty well for me, but once in a while I get a shot that's really out of whack. So the scope's not moving. I don't suspect that. I think it's probably just me, or just something about the way the gun sits on the bag. It just doesn't like it. I've had a few air rifles, piston-powered, spring-powered guns that don't like being shot off a bag. Most of my air guns have no problem with that, but there are some that just don't react well. So I'm wondering if maybe that's the issue with the 124 series. Because it just doesn't shoot as good as it shoots for me. All right, Shot number one at that cross, more or less in the middle of your frame. Way high and left, that's weird. That's strange. I don't know what's going on. Thought I had her all zeroed in for you guys. Now it's playing games with me. Alright, let's try again. Shot number two. That's a little better. Shot number two. What a beautiful rifle. If you haven't been paying attention, just listen to the shot cycle. It's delightful. It's fast, it's quiet, it's smooth. The feedback you get from this rifle at the shot is really, really sweet. I enjoy shooting it. I'm hoping I can do a little better as far as accuracy goes. That'll make it a lot more enjoyable. Shot number three. Well, those two are pretty close. I don't know what happened with that first shot. Something I've noticed with piston-powered guns, I don't know if anybody else has noticed it, but the more I pay attention to it, the more it becomes apparent that a lot of these guns will shoot a little differently once they heat up a little bit. Once that piston seal becomes pliable as you shoot the gun, I think is what it is. All of a sudden you'll see your group start to tighten. Alright, shot number four. Well, that was a little low. The gun went off a little bit before I was expecting it. I wish I could give you a better idea of the accuracy of this gun because it really is capable of much better. I'm not at my peak performance today either, so and let's see. We'll get shot number five downrange. Maybe we can redeem myself a little bit here. Shot number five. Yeah, that one's touching the cross. So I don't know. The gun does shoot really well. Today we didn't prove it for you, but at any rate, I wanted to share this beautiful rifle with you and take you along for the ride while we check it out and see how it performs. If I ever get it shooting a little better, maybe we'll revisit this gun and we'll shoot some impressive groups out there at 55 yards maybe, huh? I haven't tested a lot of pellets either. That could have something to do with it. In fact, I think these are the only pellets that I've shot out of this rifle. But prior to filming, I was able to get some really nice groups, like one whole groups down there at 25 yards. I don't know why I'm not doing as well right now, but we'll figure that out. Maybe we'll revisit the gun one of these days if we do. All right, so I want to thank you folks for stopping. Oh, wait a minute. We forgot the bell. We got to get the bell. So we're going to cut here. I'm going to zoom you in on the bell this time so you can see the action when the pellet strikes. I'll be right back. All right, can't forget the bell, can we? So anyway, let's zoom you in. We're out there at 60 yards. We're going to be shooting that big yellow disc. That's a 14-inch demolition saw blade, and it rings real pretty when a pellet hits it. So we're going to try to make that happen for you right now. Again, 60 yards. Let's ring the bell. Not that loud. Let's see if we can do a little better. We'll do shot two. Every now and then the pellet hits it just right and makes a really nice sound. Shot two. That one wasn't bad. I love ringing the bell for you guys. It's fun. My neighbors don't like it. All right. One more time. Let's see if we can't strike that bell at 60 yards. There we go. And that, my friends, is the Feinwerkbau 124D in a left-hand stock. I wish we could have got it shooting a little tighter, but maybe we'll come back when I figure this thing out. We'll try some other pellets and see if that makes a difference. But at any rate, just a wonderful gun. I wanted to share it with you guys. I'm glad you came along for the ride today. I want to thank you folks for stopping by the Pellets and Pistons Airgun channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please do that. Hit the bell to be reminded of future videos, and by all means, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this one. Thanks again, folks. Have a great day. So they're not it's about an average weight pellet for this rifle. So we're getting a good, reasonable determination as far as what we've got for power. This will be shot number 4, I think. I do this every time, guys. Shot number 4. 721. I really don't know if that was shot number 4 or number 3. So we'll do 6 shots today, or maybe it'll be 5. We'll figure it out when I do my editing. All right, so this is shot number 4. I don't know. Jesus.